All right, on June 23rd, June 22nd, I made a video that was really important. It was about DIA. The reason why I think it's very important is because very few people paid attention to it. And if you would have paid attention, anyone that paid attention, no, that's the thumbnail. DIA had bottomed in June 22nd. I believe the video came out the 23rd or 24th. And I said, this is something I put my money into. This is why I think it's going to go up. You would have made 100% on your money as of today, right? Now, of course, the price is pumping because I made a video earlier today. We all know that, right? And I always suggest, and this is what I tell my DeFi group, when it comes to something like this, don't buy into the pump. Let it pull back a little bit, right? But people don't understand. Sometimes they're waiting for prices to pull back to where they were a few days ago, and they're usually never going to catch those numbers. Why? Because what you're about to witness in the next couple of weeks with DIA, so I'm going to tell you what you're going to witness. You're going to see a bunch of content creators start talking about it, right? Because of what's happening right now as we speak. If you go real quick, open up another window and go to CoinMarketCap, type in DIA, and then do me a favor. Tell me the price right now as we're speaking. You see DIA, and I'm going to give you some even more news, right? Because they're already starting to talk about it on their X platform, which has got, I don't want to say 89 or 90,000 subscribers, right? They just linked up with a company and started providing data through their Oracle for a company, a blockchain company that has over 1 million followers on X, right? But we're not going to talk about that one. We're going to talk about another one that has a lot of big names, big money behind the company. And what I want you to see is that you're going to start seeing all this news start popping out on DIA's X platform, right? You're going to see the price. If the price today closes over 6 cents on a one-day candle, get ready to watch what's going to happen next. Is this going to pop up on so many algo traders and AI bots around the world? And it probably already is. And you can find out if it is by just going to X, typing in the $ and DIA, and then type latest for posts, the most recent post. And you're probably going to see a ton of AI trading bots that are putting out alerts right now because of not only the price difference in DIA and how it's shooting up. And do me a favor, if you own DIA, type it down below. Let's fire off this algorithm. But it's also, it's not only following the price, it's looking at the volume and the amount of new wallets opening up. Okay, so you're going to see in the next couple of weeks a bunch of YouTubers start talking about this, right? When I tried to bring it to you a long time ago. And in my opinion, anything under $100 million market cap is a gift, and I would be accumulating. But I've been accumulating and telling the DeFi group, by which if you want to be a part of it and you want to have the crypto picks portion, this is the last day, it's on sale, the link's down below. But my point being is that if you were accumulating it when we were, and I did this video for the whole channel on the 23rd. I started talking about it back in April or May, right? I did this video on the 23rd, you'd already be up 100%. Now, I'm not a pie in the sky kind of guy. I don't understand how people like lose complete logic and go, this coin is, and I've literally heard YouTubers say it, DIA is going to $500. Like, oh, you're high, you should be smacked and never be allowed to do a YouTube video again. I look at market cap. That's the total market capitalization of all of the coins existing times their price and all of the ones that can be created in the future, right? Well, since it's a blockchain company, we know that this thing has a limited amount. So I look at its total fully valued market cap. And in this space of up and coming blockchain Oracle companies, this one, in my opinion, is extremely undervalued. And why I'm going out on a limb right here, and I'm even in my wood shop. Oh, in case you're wondering, I'm building a bathroom vanity today out of walnut, and it's going to be a oil rubbed walnut bathroom vanity. And then I'm going to be doing cast iron legs. So I'll have to show you as it's getting completed. Anyway, that's my hobby. And I used to own a construction company. You see it's covered up though. Okay, so my point being is that this is an extremely undervalued asset in this space as Ethereum is cranking. How do you guys like Ethereum right now? What is it, 3,400, 3600, whatever it is? I had buddies that were telling me, oh my gosh, I should sell my Ethereum. I'm like, don't. Why? It's the next, because they kept looking at Bitcoin. And I'm like, stop looking at Bitcoin, look at Ethereum, that's the next wave. Well, now you're seeing as this wave of Ethereum's rising, all these alts are starting to slowly rise. Now on a percentage basis, they're kicking Ethereum's butt. But you're gonna see as Ethereum passes its all-time high, get ready to see this. So let me tell you a couple stories about DIA, all right? First off, this is an incredible post by a gentleman that goes by SpaceByte on X. He says this: there's a moment in every undervalued protocol's life when price stops trailing sentiment and starts syncing with structure. He says for DIA, that moment has just arrived. Just, this is a killer post the way it's written. That's why I wanted to give it credit. The chart shows a clean breakout, up 40% off of the bottom. That's the bottom that I called when I did a video for free to everyone. So everyone that gets upset that, I've got this private group where people pay a lot of money, yeah, you shouldn't be in that if you're whining. It's some of the smartest traders in the world, crypto traders. But I gave this for free, right? I even, a couple days before I did this video, I didn't tell the DeFi group, but I reiterated, me and Dylan said, hey, DIA is off of its highs since we bought it. I'm telling you, this is a good time. I'm gonna accumulate more. And I went and bought a boatload. In case you wanna know how big a boatload is, it's enough to fill up a boat. So let's go back, okay? So we did this video for the channel, free. This is what I'd be buying. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm buying. That's what I said on June 23rd or whatever at the bottom. So he says here, the chart shows a clean breakout, up 40% off the bottom, now consolidating at 50 cents. Can you guys type the price of DIA right now in live so I know what it is? Now it says here, easy to dismiss as a reflex bounce, but step back and why behind the move becomes clearer. It isn't a fake rally. It isn't a shift in how markets are starting to price real infrastructure. In the last few weeks, the company at diadata.org or /org quietly achieved its core flywheel. First off, mainnet staking launched across 20 plus partner chains. Do you remember when I've talked about the cycle? What's the price of it right now? You gotta be kidding me. It's 86 cents. All right, I'm telling you right now, wait, okay? Just if you're gonna buy, don't buy at these prices. Just wait for it to dip down 80, 70 cents thing. That's my advice to you. Don't chase this thing up. Although if it's still under 100, let's put it this way, if it's under $100 million market cap, what's the market cap right now based on the current price? Can you guys type it in for me? Anything under 100 is a gift and just accumulate. That's what I'm doing, right? All right, so it says here, the mainnet staking launched across 20 plus partner chains. So they built their mainnet. They now have staking on the mainnet with 20 partners. That's huge, right? Oracle grants unlocked. I'm about to tell you a company that's huge in this space. 101 million. All right, guys. So I'm getting a bunch of different feeds right now. So the price is all over the place. So it says here, Oracle grants unlocked, letting builders access DIA feeds without upfront costs. So that's huge, right? So now they're going to let in a bunch of new blockchains, supply them with data feeds, off-chain data that they need to secure their network and keep building their blockchain. And they're hand-picking people. It's a grant, which means it's a process. So the DIA team is actually hand-picking these blockchains, the up-and-comers. I'm going to talk about one of those up-and-comers next, okay? It says DIA became active infrastructure, not just governance. And in effect, and DIA is working, and they've completed it, a trustless Oracle. Okay, this is epic compared to, in my opinion, Chainlink. It says, in effect, the protocol now routes value in 4 directions: as gas on its native rollup, as collateral in its staking vaults, as yield for data contributors, and as subsidy for Oracle adoption across the ecosystems. This is an incredible post, and I'm going to actually retweet it on my X account. If you're not following me on X, follow me on X, and I'll keep pulling out good information around the internet about DIA. It says each function ties directly back to the token, each function now live. Now this is his take. not mine, I'm going to read his. Infra tokens are usually the last to move. They're quiet, technical, and misunderstood. But that's why they do move. It's often not a trade, it's a regime shift in how they're being valued. The recent price action is not the end of the move. It's not the start of recognition. DIA didn't change its story. It just switched the on switch to on. This is an incredible, you know what? Let's do it right now. I'm going to hit heart and retweet off my smaller account, and then I'll do it off the larger account after this. Now, we're going to go to another story, which is what I believe is very important. DIA put out this post the other day. It said, big moves from @Sonic Labs, their team with Spark, their new AI-powered no-code Web3 builder. Lowering barriers for builders unlocks even more demand for transparent data, and DIA is here to power those apps with verifiable oracles. Now, when you look at Sonic Labs, right, they have 850,000 followers on X. This is no small company. They're a verified channel. Look here, Sonic Labs. Kajank. There you go, 875,000, right? When you see 875,000 people come out and start learning about their token, their project, now working with DIA, you're going to see more people moving into DIA because they're going to start researching them. They're going to start doing looking at videos online. Go check it out on YouTube. Older videos about DIA and their team talking. I think it may be very impressive. And again, this is why I'm picking this token to put my money where my mouth is. And if anyone decides, hey, we're going to dump this thing and throw some egg on my face, I'm going to buy it up. And I'll never tell people what I'll buy it at because I'd create a buy wall that people, yeah. It's an interesting thing how these markets work. And that's why I say, like right now, at $100 million market cap, just hold on. This is one big candle. Just feather in, layer in, be patient. That's my advice. I'm not saying to go buy this token, but don't ever run some massive God candle up and just make it more. Those are people that are insecure and they don't understand what's going on. Then again, there wasn't a lot of sell orders ahead of this video. So that explains a lot. But my point being is anything under 100 million, in my opinion, my personal opinion, is a gift on a project like this going into an alt season. Especially in a space like oracles that most people don't understand. The only people that understand it are the people in the know. That's why Chainlink was Chainlink. All of a sudden, it was something small, and you didn't hear about it until it was massive. And it happened almost overnight. Type 1 if you remember that. Like, it was like, yeah, I remember hearing about Chainlink, but it was like I blinked, and all of a sudden, it's like in the top 50 of CoinMarketCap. And that happened a little while ago. But what nobody's realizing is that Chainlink has competitors, and those competitors have been watching Chainlink, and they're shooting their levels and their lasers at Chainlink and going, we're not only going to do what they're doing in their space, we're going to do it better. All right, I hope you got something out of this. Don't chase the price up, but I'm going to tell you right now, if on the technical analysis side, if today that crypto closes over 60 cents, especially if it closes over 70, okay, the whole world's going to wake up and go, what just happened to DIA? Go check them out on CoinMarketCap. I'll bet you they'll be trending in the top 10. I wouldn't even be surprised in the next 5 hours. All right, with that being said, the Economic Ninja has got to walk around all this wood and go, I'm out. See you guys.